Hey everybody, hope you're having an awesome day. We're back here in DRAGONVALE, and today we're going to be showing you how to get as many candies as you can during the Whitbee's Candy Bash number 3. We've sort of broken down everything into about 3 main areas. So we got ways to collect candies, which we're going to go through, and Candy Bash strategies, things you can do to maximize your candy collection. And then I'm going to go through sort of my goals of the items that I need to get. So let's get into ways to collect candies. Now you get 1,000 candy a day. That's the maximum that you can collect. So if you play every day and max out, that will definitely add up. And by the end of the event, you'll have hopefully lots of candies to get most of the prizes that are available. It's basically the same structure as the previous event, the way things work with the games and the competitions and the daily rewards. So we're going to go through all the things I'm doing to collect as many candies as possible, but it's pretty similar to the previous event that we just had during the summer. So let's get started. I've sort of listed it from the things that get the most candies down to things that get the least candies. So the first thing up is the Mausoleum Coliseum. Try to set that right off the bat, and as you can see, you got 200 candies from the Mausoleum Coliseum. And we're going to restart this one and pick a few dragons. And let's go with cold on this side, and we got metal on this side, and we've got to find somebody with a... There's an Iron Dragon level 20. Oh, perfect. There's a Metal Elder. So we're going to start the Colosseum. Next up is playing the games. My preference is the Name That Dragon game. And we're going to do a couple of dragons here. And I would say this is the Phantom Dragon. And this one looks like the Crypt Dragon. I'm going to go with the Crypt Dragon. Cool. So play this game. I like this more than the Dragon Drop game. Next up is breeding dragons. Try to keep your breeding going constantly. Always have a dragon breeding and then get them into your nursery. And when you hatch, make a pedestal or a cell, you'll get candies from that. So you can see we have Gia here ready with a few eggs, and we got all our breeding areas going. We got the cave here done. So let's finish off a quest. Grab a couple of prizes here. And then we can see, you got 40 from the quest. And we are good with that dragon. So we'll finish this breeding and start it right after we put the egg into the nursery. Start another one right away and keep breeding your dragons. Next up are the quests. So try to do the quest as much as you can each day. I'm going to start another one here with Gia. Forgotten Fuels. We got fire and earth. So forgotten fuel might be paper. We'll go with a paper dragon. We got level 20 paper right there. So do the quest as much as possible on Gia and Kairos over here. We'll finish up Kairos and start Kairos again. And we got 40 from Kairos. And we'll start up a quest with Kairos. We got plant and metal. And we'll do an Iron Blossom right there. And the next thing I do is the Colosseum. Definitely do the Colosseum every day. If we can find our Colosseum. It's around here somewhere. It's over on this island here. There we are. So our Colosseum's done. And let's see how many rings. We got 100 rings. It's a double ring weekend right now. So that's why we got 100. Normally you'll get 50. So as soon as you finish your Colosseum, you start it up again. And we got the Dark event now. So we'll pick our Dark Elder. And then there's also finding pumpkins in the park. And there's a few different pumpkins to look for. There's one large pumpkin, and that usually gets 50 gems, or 50 candies and 1 gem. And I think you need to zoom in until you can see the visitors, and then your pumpkins will show up if you're not seeing them. There's 2 white ones that usually get about 30 candies each. There's 2 tall orange pumpkins, and you get about 20 candies from that one. And there's 5 normal orange ones, like little orange pumpkins, for 10 candies each. And then also you can look for Whitbee, the wizard, and the mascot for the event. And if you see him, he'll give you 50 50 candies and 1 gem. And also another thing I do is I grow treats as much as I can. If you don't have enough dragon cash to grow your treats, wait till you get enough and then grow your treats. And you'll get some candies from growing your treats. So we're going to just restart our treats here and get them going. We have lots of dragon cash saved up, so we can just keep our treats going as much as possible here. So they're all ready to go. And the next thing is collecting the gold from your habitats. As you can see, once I collect this, you'll get some dragon food as you collect your habitats. So collect the habitats when they max out or when they're just about to max out. And you can see all the dragon. Oh, we reached our candy limit. So there you go, we got our candy limit for the day. So what I do once I've reached my limit as far as collecting the dragon cash is I'll collect the habitats that I know, like these are maxed out probably. So I'll collect them, but I won't collect them until the game resets for the next day. For the habitats that take a while to collect, but the ones that take a short period of time to collect, I'll keep collecting those. Like the light habitats, the cold habitats. These have all maxed out, so I'm going to collect them now and then just leave them until the game resets. But I'll come back and I'll catch out like the plant habitat because I know it's going to max out before the game resets. So it's okay to grab the dragon cash and then you can use it for growing food or anything else that you need dragon cash for. But I'm going to tap out all these ones because they're pretty much maxed out. And say these 2 air habitats, they'll max out before the game resets. So I'll come back and grab the dragon cash from those. Also, another thing you can do is visit your friends' parks. And I'm not sure what the limit is on how many parks you can visit, but I believe it's probably 5. There may be no limit, I'm not sure. But visit your friends' parks and you'll get some candies from your friends' parks. And then also, if you've just gotten a new island and you have some items to clear, you'll get candies from clearing the items on your island. So those are the things that I'm doing to get as much candies as possible and maxing out each day. With the double weekend going on right now, your max is going to be 2,000 candies per day, so that's going to help boost up your total. And the max for the 3rd day, you can see on the side here, is at 5175 candies. Now the breakdown for maxing out each day, the way I figure it is, as you play the game, the Name That Dragon game, you'll get, if you get all the dragons right, you'll get 300 candies from there. 200 from the contest. When you play the Mausoleum Coliseum, you'll get 200. Now see, I've maxed out on this game, but it's still going, so the 200 that I get from this before the game resets will go into my gifts. And then there's the 250 plus a couple of gems that I'll get if I can collect all the pumpkins, if I can find them all in the park. And then there's another 250 candies from other stuff, such as the daily rewards, the Coliseum, collecting gold from the habitats, and breeding your dragons. So if you do all that stuff, you should be able to max out each day and reach your 1,000 candies. Worst case scenario, if you still need to do some stuff to get some candies, you can try breeding a couple of plant dragons and hatching them, because they'll take a short amount of time, and you can get some dragon or candies that way. One thing to keep in mind, that building pass won't get you any candy, and the dragon races, from what I've seen, won't get you any candy as well. Although you win the prizes from the chest, they haven't given me any candy when I've done the dragon races. Now, moving on, we're going to go through some strategies. Now that we've given me a list of ways to collect the candies, we'll go through some strategies on playing the game. And when I start each day, I make sure I have the Mausoleum Coliseum going. That's the first thing I go to and get that going. Because if I do max out before the Coliseum finishes, like I said just a few moments ago, the candies I win from that will go into my gifts. So the candies will count towards your daily total, but if you max out before the Mausoleum Coliseum finishes, it'll go into your gifts, and you'll end up with more candies that way. And get the daily rewards after you've maxed out for the day. Because the candies that you get from the daily reward will be added to your total on the side. Now I'm going to do the daily reward right now and see what candies are in there. This is the third day. And we got 25. And you can see the 25 candies have been added to my total. Now I'm at 5,200 candies. So do the treats or the rewards after you've maxed out. And like I said before, I like the Name That Dragon game. So play the Name That Dragon game. If you get all the dragons on a normal day, it'll give you 300 candy. On the double days or the double candy weekends, you'll get 600 each time you play the game if you get all the dragons right. So it's a great way to get lots of dragons. Or lots of candy. So I play the Name That Dragon game. And don't spend your candy as you get it. Try to leave a buffer if you do want to spend some candy, because like previous events, they always release a time-limited dragon, and if you aren't able to breed it in the time that you're given to get the dragon, then you can use some of those candies that you still have left to get the dragon. So don't be in a rush to get all the prizes. Just focus on collecting your candies, and you can wait even till the end of the event and get all your prizes once the event has ended. Now keep an eye on your gifts, and if you get over 7,000 candies in there, you can start collecting the additional candies and using those candies to buy your rewards at the end of the event. Because after the end of the event, you have 7 days to collect the candies that are in your gifts, and you have up to 1,000 candies for each day. So that adds up to 7,000 candies. Any additional candies that are left in your gifts will be converted to food after the 7 days are up. One other thing I want to mention is if you go into the Bazaar up here, this main building on the island, and you hit help, you can go into this help area, and there's a how to earn candy area, and you hit the info. It'll give you a nice list of all the things you can do to earn candy. So if you have a few things you need to be reminded of, you forget some of the things you can do, here's a great list that's right there in the game for you. Now let's get into the prizes. The new dragons are the Bog, Garden, Decay, and the Thicket Dragon, and you can only get those with candy. Unfortunately, you can't breed them. So collect as much candy as you can, and you'll be able to get those new dragons. There's unbreedable dragons that are in the event. And I'm going to go to those guys as soon as I can find them. Like the Trick, the Ore Treat are unbreedable. Right now they're not available to breed. They may become available to breed later in the event. If not, you can buy them with candies. You can wait until they're available or try for them during the Bring 'Em Back event at the end of the year. But they add up, the unbreedable dragons add up to about 17,370 candy. So if you decide to not get those, it'll save you a lot of candy, and you can always try to breed them when they become available or get them at the Bring 'Em Back event. Now there's breedable dragons that are in the prizes, and they are the Ghost and the Bone and the Nosferatu and the Nightmare. So you can try breeding those dragons. There's also the Zombie. It's not in the prizes, but it is available to breed. But the 4 breedable dragons add up to about 10,985 candy. So if you are able to breed them, that'll save you a lot of candy, and you can use that candy you saved for other prizes in the event. And if I can, I'll try to do some separate videos on the breedable dragons to help you get those dragons during the event as well. And if we go into, I believe it's Poltergeist, here we got the Nosferatu and the Nightmare are also breedable as well. So lastly, I'm going to go through the goals I've made for this event. And what I've done is I've gone through all the sections here, and I've totaled up all the items that I need. So I got the Garden Dragon I need, the pedestal here, these 2 pedestals, and that's totaled up to about 28,480. And the total candies you need to get everything are about 60,330 candies, which is quite a bit. If you're not able to get all those candies through collecting and playing the game, you may need to buy some if you want to get everything in the event if you don't have everything. Of course, you can always wait to breed and try and breed some of the other dragons, as I mentioned before. So my 28,480 candies that I need, I've broken it down to the 18 days of the game. You get, if I max out each day, I'll get 18,000 candies. And then there's candies from the prizes. If I collect the prizes after I've maxed out each day, I'm not sure how much they total, but maybe about 200, 300 candies, maybe a bit more. And then there's also the double weekends. So we have a double weekend right now, which run 3 days, so it's an extra 3,000 candies from the double weekend. Then there's also the 7,000 candies I'm going to try and save in my gifts and collect at the end of the event. So if I add all that up, it comes pretty close to the 28,000 I need. Hopefully I'll be able to collect all those candies and get the prizes I need. If not, then I've got a priority of items that I'm going to collect. And I'm going to first collect the new dragons. And the new dragon starts at the potion. So I'm going to collect the new dragon. So we've got the Garden Dragon. And then I'm going to go and get the habitats, because habitats don't count, or habitats in this event don't count to the total of your habitats. So I always like to get the habitats because that allows me to get more dragons into my park. And then I'll get any of the other unbreedable dragons if I have any coins left. Fortunately, I've got all the other dragons that are available in this event. But if you don't, then that would be my next prize on the list, would be the unbreedable dragons. And then I go for the island theme, because this island theme looks awesome. I'm not sure what section it's in. Maybe it's in Poltergeist. There it is. The eerie theme. That would be my fourth item on my list of priorities. And then the last one would be the decorations. So there's a couple of new decorations that are in this event, like the Wailing Well, and then I think there's another one in the Phantom, the Wisp Lantern. So I go for those ones last if I have enough candies. And hopefully I'll be able to get all the items in the event. So that wraps it up for today. We hope everything has helped you and you collect lots of candies and get all the prizes for this event. Please leave a thumbs up if you liked the video, and thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos from DRAGONVALE, and we will see you guys next time.